The US government now clearly intends to launch a full-scale nuclear blitz against Russia, China, and possibly North Korea simultaneously, despite scientific analysis showing that the result of such a third world war will be a planetary die-off of at least 50% of the planet's human population, already wiped out in the first 2 years after the explosions. On August 29th, Dr. Theodore Postol of MIT, America's leading nuclear war scientist, headlined at the Quincy Institute, the leading think tank on nuclear war, Biden's new nuclear strategy, and the super detonator that will set it off. The military is already arming warheads capable of waging war with China and Russia simultaneously, Dr. Postol reports. Although any technically correct assessment of the physical consequences of large-scale use of nuclear weapons immediately shows that there is no significance in winning a nuclear war, the United States has strongly emphasized the development of nuclear weapons technologies that could only make sense if their intended purpose was to fight and win nuclear wars. The superfuse is exactly that kind of technology. At least in terms of strategies for fighting nuclear war, it is now possible for the United States to attack the more than 300 silo-based intercontinental ballistic missiles that China has built since about 2020, with the large number of 100-kiloton W-76 Trident II warheads available. The rapid expansion of the 100-kiloton W-76 warhead's hard target kill capability also allows the US to simultaneously attack Russia's 300 or so silo-based ICBMs. Framing the development and deployment of these types of preemptive strike technologies in misleading terms such as strengthening deterrence does not fool the military and political leadership of Russia and China. Rather, they have no choice but to think about how to deter a dangerous nation based on preemptive US nuclear weapons that is constantly looking for better ways to disarm large parts of its nuclear forces. In this article, he describes how the superfuse works. On May 3, 2017, I headlined America's top scientists confirm the US goal is now to conquer Russia, and reported, the Bulletin of the Atomic Scientists published a study on March 1, 2017, which opened, the US Nuclear Forces Modernization Program has been portrayed to the public as an attempt to ensure the reliability and safety of the warheads in the US nuclear arsenal, rather than as an improvement in its military capabilities. In reality, however, this program has implemented revolutionary new technologies that will significantly increase the targeting capability of the US ballistic missile arsenal. This increase in capability is astonishing. It increases the total killing power of existing US ballistic missile forces by a factor of about 3, which is exactly what is happening now. And it accomplishes exactly what one would expect from a nuclear-armed state that planned to gain the ability to wage and win a nuclear war by disarming its enemies with a surprise first strike. It continues. Because the innovations of the superfuse seem insignificant to the non-technical observer, policymakers outside the US government, and probably inside it as well, have completely overlooked its revolutionary impact on military capabilities and its important implications for global security. This study was co-authored by America's 3 top scientists specializing in the analysis of weapons, and in particular, the geostrategic balance between nations, Hans Christensen, Matthew McKinsey, and Theodore Postol. Their report continues. This enormous increase in US nuclear targeting capabilities, which remains largely hidden from the public, has serious implications for strategic stability and perceptions of US nuclear strategy and intentions. Russian planners will almost certainly view the advance in detonation capability as strengthening an increasingly viable US nuclear preemptive strike capability.